part of So Fresh, So Clean when Annie taps me on the shoulder. Yo, take that shit out. We working. Ugh. I was sure I'd hidden my earbud, threading the cord up underneath the starchy blue rent-a-cop shirt and tucking it under my hair. I hunt for the volume switch on my phone, still not looking at Annie. She responds by reaching back and jerking the earbud out. Hey! I said fucking quit it. What, not an Outcast fan? Or do you only like their early stuff? I hold up an earbud. I don't mind sharing. You want the left or the right? Cute. Put it away. We turn the corner, heading for a big set of double doors at the far end. My collar's too tight. I pull at it, wincing, but it barely moves. Annie and I are dressed identically. Blue shirts, black clip-on ties, black pants, and puffer jackets in a very cheap shade of navy. Huge belts, leather with thick metal buckles. Paul picked up the uniforms for us. I tried to tell him that while Annie might be able to pass as a security guard, nobody was going to believe that the Edmonds building would employ a short, not very fit woman with spiky black hair and a face that still gets her ID'd at the liquor store. Even though I've been able to buy my own drinks like a big girl for a whole year now. I couldn't be more different to Annie. You know how some club bouncers have huge muscles and a shit ton of tattoos and piercings? You know how people still fuck with them, starting fights and smashing bottles? Annie is like that one bouncer with 0 tattoos, standing in the corner with her arms folded and a scowl that could sour milk. The bouncer no one fucks with because the last person who did ended up scattered over a 6-mile radius. We might not see eye to eye on music, or on anything because she's taller than me, but I'm still very glad she's on my side. My earpiece chirps, my other one, the black number in my right ear. Annie, Teagan, says Paul. Come in. Over. We're almost at the server room, Annie says. She sends another disgusted look at my dangling earbud. Silence. No response. You there? Annie says. Sorry, was waiting for you to say over. Thought you hadn't finished. Over. Seriously? I say. We're still using your radio slang? It's not slang. It's protocol. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Reggie's activated the alarm on the 2nd floor. Basement should be clear of personnel. A pause. Over. Yeah, copy, Annie says. She's a lot more patient with Paul than I am, which I genuinely don't understand. The double doors are like the fire doors you see in apartment buildings. The one on the right has a big sign on it, white lettering on a black background. Authorized personnel only. And on the wall next to it, a biometric lock. Annie looks over at me. You're up. My tax form says that I work for a company called China Shop Movers. That's the name on the paperwork anyway. What we actually do is work for the government, specifically for a high-level spook named Tanner. For some jobs, you need a black ops team and a fleet of Apache choppers with heat-seeking missiles. For others, you need a psychokinetic with a music-hating support team who can make a lot less noise and get things done in a fraction of the time. You need a completely deniable group of civilians who can do stuff that even a special forces soldier would struggle with. That's us. We are fast, quiet, effective, and deadly. Go ahead, make the fart joke. Tanner didn't laugh when I made it either. The people we take down are threats to national security. Drug lords, terrorist cells, human traffickers. We don't bust in with guns blazing. We don't need to. Not with my ability. I've planted a tracking device on a limo at LAX, waving hello to the thick-necked goon standing alongside the car while I zipped the tiny black box up behind his back and onto the chassis. I've kept the bad guys' safeties on at a hostage exchange. Good thing, too, because I tried to start shooting the second they had the money and got one hell of a surprise when their guns didn't work. And I've been on plenty of break-ins. Windows, cars, big old metal safes. Not a problem. When you can move things with your mind, there's not a lot the world can do to keep you out. Take the lock on authorized personnel only, for instance. You're supposed to put your finger on the little reader, let it scan your fingerprint, and you're in. If you're breaking in, you either need to hack off a finger, messy, take someone hostage, messy, annoying, hack it locally, time-consuming, and boring.